rise. This is a special term of the Supreme Court of the State of New York. Honorable Judge William Scheitinger presiding. The case is State of New York versus Bernard Getz.
You may be seated. Mrs. Jock, could you please call the case to the record?
The case is State of New York versus Bernard Getz.
Thank you. Good morning, jurors. I'd like to remind everybody that the jurors have been sworn in previously to the trial.
Mock trial is an activity at the end of a study of police and courts to try to tie it together so that they get an idea of how that part of the criminal justice system works.
Now, you took an actual trial. What was it?
We used the Bernard Getz case, which has been completing the appeal and sentencing process. It occurred, I believe, 3 years ago or so.
Why was that selected?
Well, it's a very controversial case, and it gave us a chance to look at the issue of an individual who believed, and many people believed, was defending himself, while on the other hand it raises the issue of law as to what rights an individual has to use force and violence against another group or person.
Students originally studied the case, correct?
Yes, they had read. Mr. Fleming, our librarian, assisted us originally by simply saving the daily write-ups in some of the New York City papers, and we used that as a basis for documents on how the case progressed.
Now, from there, did they work with the script pretty much, or from the transcripts of the trial?
Well, we had a videotape of a docudrama that had been based on it, and the students relied heavily on that. We also had a book that I doubt if any of them read the whole book, but they had it as a resource that was written by a law professor, so they went back and forth among those resources. Some of them were jurors. The 11th graders served as jurors because different years we have experimented. I think sometimes an adult jury works better, but this year we used 11th graders, and we had a mini screening process where the lawyers who are the seniors picked the jury. And in, talking and watching those students when we separated them and let them discuss the case, it gave them some good insights into why local trials often take, a week for a jury to reach a decision. It's a difficult process, and they really did debate the actual evidence and testimony.
What do you think students get out of a practical exercise like this?
I don't know. That's an interesting question. We often have talked about doing a survey 5 years from now kind of thing after people are out of school. I can only tell you kind of individuals I've run across who end up working in the criminal justice system in a whole range of capacities, or occasionally people working in the media who end up covering the information. I think it gives them an introduction. We have students that go on to Columbia Green, and the basic terminology, how things fit together, I guess is what I'm hoping they will gain.
You were the defense attorney.
Yes, I was.
You had a tough job.
Yeah, it was, all I had to do was like really just work real hard and getting most of the doubt on people's and the jurors' mind, which was kind of hard.
Did you believe in your client?
Yes, I did. I believe that they've surrounded him and tried to injure him. And that's what I try to get the jurors to believe, too.
What did you get out of the whole thing, now that it's all over?
Well, I found out it was a lot of hard work and that I should work a lot harder when I try to do something like that again. And that the lawyer's a tough job.
You were Bernard Getz.
Yeah, that's correct.
Were you justified in what you did?
Oh, I think so.
Why?
Well, when, 4 black youths jump around you and intimidate you and ask for your money, I just think you'd feel threatened too, and I felt I did what I had to do.
How did the jury find you?
Well, it was a hung jury. They couldn't decide. I was hoping they'd find me innocent, of course, but I guess it's better than be found guilty.
This was somewhat a role-playing for everybody. What did you get out of the whole thing?
Well, it was fun. All I had to do was really make a videotape, but it was a good learning experience.